بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. In the previous video, I mentioned the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, in which the Prophet himself divided innovations into two kinds, good innovations and bad innovations. Now some might ask, what are examples of good innovations, and did the companions innovate any? The answer to this question is yes. Among the good innovations is what the righteous Caliph Omar, the son of Al-Khattab, did when he gathered the people for praying the Taraweeh prayer following one Imam. And after doing that, he said, "Ni'am al-bid'atu hadih," which means, indeed, this is a good innovation. And this was narrated by Imam al-Bukhari. And this practice is still being done today after having been initiated by our Master Umar radiyallahu anhu. Another example of a good innovation is what was done by Yahya ibn Ya'mar, who is a follower of the companions. He added the dots above and below some of the Arabic letters in the Quran, and those who wrote down the revelation that came down on the Prophet ﷺ wrote the revelation, that is, wrote the verses of Al-Quran without the dots that are present today in the Arabic letters. So for example, the letter Ba was written without the dot underneath it, and the letter Ta was written without the two dots above it. The entire Quran was written without these dots over or under the letters. So adding these dots took place after the death of the Prophet ﷺ. And when the companions witnessed this innovation that was started by Yahya, they did not disagree with him, and they did not blame him and say, "You have done something that the Prophet ﷺ did not do." On the contrary, they found this to be a good innovation and helpful because it has great benefit for the nation. And this innovation of Yahya ibn Ya'mar is included by the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, which means, "And he who innovates a good innovation in Islam will receive its reward and a similar reward of those who imitate him in following this innovation without lessening any of their rewards." Likewise, an example of a good innovation is celebrating the birth of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and this is done by millions of Muslims around the world. Celebrating the birth of the Prophet ﷺ is a good innovation and a rewardable act to do. And among the scholars who mentioned its permissibility is Al-Hafiz ibn Hajar al-Asqalani and Al-Hafiz al-Suyuti, among many others. Now, on the other hand, an example of a bad innovation is what some people do after writing the name of the Prophet ﷺ in their books. They just write the letter Sad instead of writing Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam next to the Prophet's name. Hence, in conclusion, brothers and sisters in Islam, before saying about a matter that it is sinful or lawful to do, one should follow the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ, adhere to them, remain steadfast to what the righteous companions deemed as lawful, to follow their footsteps.